So we're back for another podcast. I'm here with a guest, Kian. He's smashing it on the mentorship. Biggest month is 4.5K. And now he's here to tell his story from the start, his struggles, how he's overcome them, and where he's at today. So just start it from the start. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then you can go from there, Carter.
Yeah, so my name's Kian. I've been training for approximately 2.5 years. Went down a bit of a bad route in terms of like smoking weed and stuff like that, drinking consistently. Got myself a girlfriend, but things were up and down. Like when you're going out consistently and stuff like that, you sort of ruin all relationships around you. Things with my mum, brothers. I've always lived with my nana, so in terms of like seeing people, I didn't really see people a lot. I was literally just on my own, isolated. I was just sort of solo living.
Yeah.
So in terms of weekends and stuff like that, drinking consistently, training quite a lot, but just not with the right structure. And I was just going down a bad path. So in terms of like moving forward, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Didn't want to reach out because I'd never been sort of pushed to reach out or pushed to sort of be like, how are we going to move forward? Do you know what I mean? So the first step was getting a coach, which really helped, obviously, me boost forward.
Yeah.
Started communicating, started actually interacting with people because I would just be in my room 24/7 smoking weed and stuff like that. So it was hectic, really.
Makes you in your shell, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I'd have friends while we were smoking weed, but then when we're not actually smoking it and stuff like that, it's like two totally different people. So it's like when you're off the weed, it just feels so unrealistic, you know, the conversations you're having, you don't actually feel like you're speaking to the same person. So move forward, obviously, got a self-coach in the gym, started smashing it in the gym, like consistently watching TikTok. You know, you see these people doing this with the food, you see other people around you saying eat 400 grams of protein, nothing was working. Stay consistent, got myself a coach and obviously started tailoring nutrition, tailoring cardio, tailoring training. And then from there, we just sort of moved forward and I got in decent shape. And I'd say the biggest win of getting in shape was I had things to turn to. I wanted to coach people because I'd never really been given any sort of help moving forward. I wanted to help other people. It gave me that urge. I thought, training with this mate, I've seen him change along me and we've both come from sort of not knowing how to change. I thought, let's do this for other people and sort of get into it where it's like, if we can do it,
Anyone can do it.
Yeah, anyone can do it, mate. Do you know what I mean?
What was like, so going to like the struggle with the weed and, you know, that lifestyle, when you transition into actually looking after yourself and moving forward, what was like the resistance between that? Did you have any resistance between moving forward or did you find it pretty easy to transition into your new self?
Yeah, so it was back and forth. Obviously, I was smoking, I'd say from 14 to about 17.
Wow.
I ended up getting this psychosis thing. So what I was doing, I was smoking, but like I thought my own family was in on doing me over, or I thought like these things were happening and like I'd be that paranoid. I thought I heard a siren. I thought it was for me. You know what I mean? I heard cars going past with loud tunes. I thought they were going to jump out and do you know what I mean? I was in survival mode 24/7, fight or flight.
What was that caused by? The weed?
The weed and obviously situations, obviously taking it back a bit. There was drug dealing in there too.
Yeah.
And when you're drug dealing, obviously
you're always paranoid.
Yeah, it's back and forth with different people. Obviously paranoia comes naturally when you sort of, you know, you're in that sort of section. So it's like when you're doing this now, which has freed me really. Obviously we'll get into that about the coaching and stuff like that, but it gives me the sort of safety net of you're not doing that anymore, and I'm still learning to get out of it now. Because you know what I mean, it's natural to be in that, and it's a mad thing that I've got to learn to just get out of the fight or flight because you still have that response, and it's just about sort of controlling your mind and telling yourself like the past is in the past. Because you still feel like the same person. It's
it's one of them. Obviously, you've grown into a new person now, but some limiting beliefs might be still in your mind because you've got obviously, you know, you got flight, fight, and freeze as well.
Yeah.
You know, this freeze situation, what you can go in, it's how you respond really, which gives you the outcome what you want in it.
Yeah.
So it's about building your new self. So obviously you struggled with the weed, you got out of that, obviously started to move forward. You had a little bit of resistance, but obviously, you know, you're here today in the best shape of your life, looking good and smashing business as well. So obviously it's paid off, and that's why we're here to say the success story, basically. But what was coaching like at the start? Like, did you, because obviously new coaches will be watching this as well. So what was like key struggles, what you was facing being a coach? Because everyone thinks, I'm just going to put my coach on the bio. You know, I'm a new coach. I'm going to get loads of clients. It's going to be easy because they see someone else with success who's a coach. That's what inspires usually people.
Yeah.
And they think it's easy because they do it effortlessly, basically. But it's not. Behind the scenes, obviously, there's always ups and downs. was there any like sort of key struggles what you would say you overcome at the
Yeah.
start of your coaching journey, which you could give to the audience?
Yeah, so starting my coaching journey, I feel like being young, definitely you get overlooked because
Yeah.
people think, right, he's young, he's promoting this. First of all, we're going to look at his physique, then we're going to look at how he talks, if he's a bit,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that was one of my biggest hurdles, getting overlooked. But when people see you resilient, when people see you putting that effort in, they sort of give hats off anyway because they have to.
Yeah.
So like it was just consistent grind, consistent battle until people actually saw what I was doing. Going to different countries, not for the fitness, to obviously enjoy myself, but as well to expand, to try new things, to sort of prove that I wanted to do it. Regardless of any financial loss, I wasn't doing it for anything like that. I was just doing it to get my name out there, improve mentally and physically at the same time, be in my own little fitness bubble. But yeah, I feel like the main struggle at the start was being overlooked. Because
Yeah.
you can have all the knowledge in the world, but no one's going to take you seriously unless they see what you're about. Personality, stuff like that.
Yeah, it is mad. You do get judged for the age. I remember when I
100%.
first started coaching, obviously I was younger and I've been doing it for 7 years now, but when I was coaching people older than me, you could tell they thought, I'm not going to listen
what's
to
going
him,
on?
I'm
Yeah,
older than him, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
With some people, but then when you prove, obviously, what you teach them works,
Yeah.
then they build the respect, don't they? I
Yeah.
think it's just natural. I think it's an
Yeah, it
ego
comes
thing,
after.
innit?
Yeah,
It's an
100%.
ego thing because no one thinks anyone younger knows more than them,
Yeah.
but the fact is
Until they get
do,
them in shape.
They do, don't they?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
So it don't matter about age because obviously, really, you know, take away your age 18, really, you're 30, aren't you? You know, with your
terms
knowledge,
of
what
that.
you're doing, you know,
Yeah.
your driven mindset, you're really content and you know what you want. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's really something what you get later on in life. When I was 18, you know, I wasn't doing any of this. I was,
Yeah.
you know, going to Ibiza and stuff like that, enjoying myself, you know, doing reckless stuff, to be honest. But I won't regret it because it's all part of the journey, innit?
Yeah, and building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's-
I know you mentioned, sorry to stop you, but I know
yeah.
you mentioned Bali because we've not touched upon that. So you was in the negative environment back home.
Yeah.
Then obviously you flown to Bali, didn't you? So how long was you in Bali for? And what did you like about Bali? Pros and cons. Let's
Pros
get
and
into
cons.
that.
Yeah. So I did 4 weeks Bali, did 4 weeks Phuket afterwards, Thailand, which Fitness Street weren't really Fitness Street to me. It was more like Manchester in the sun.
Really?
Yeah, in terms of people and that, it was just a bit more. Bali's like different cultures, like loads of Norway, Sweden, Danish. Like it's a lot more what you'd think of a fitness life to be. Instead of Fitness Street, it's like, yeah, we'll train Monday to Friday and then we'll go and get smashed, smoke
Yeah.
bare weed and that. But
Yeah.
that's sort of put me back in that low vibrational state, you know what I mean? Because I'm walking out my hotel, I'm hearing like what I used to hear in Preston. So it's like, what's going on here? So, do you know what I mean? So I was thinking, wow, am I back in Preston? Pure like Manchester kids, same accent. I just thought, wow, right.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different to Bali, this. Sort of enjoyed it. Obviously, paranoid as it is in England, I sort of felt the same thing in Thailand because it's the same fight or flight. It's, you never know who it is or whatever.
Yeah.
So enjoyed that, still trained. Pros and cons of Bali though. I'd say Bali was definitely really good for environment, like-minded people. First day in the sauna, the conversations I was hearing, I just thought, wow, yeah, this is the place I want to be.
Yeah.
Gym, mint, all the people, happy. Like, you can walk into my gym, everyone's just miserable. Like, you can't crack a
Yeah.
conversation. It's the energy. And I never actually felt like I had good energy because you're surrounded by negativity for so long, you don't actually feel positive anymore. So then when you get into that environment, you're like, wow, so like I have to actually sort of not fit in, but like work out who I am here. Because you know what I mean? And then realize speaking to people, I'm not actually this negative, quiet person. I just have never been able to sort of connect with anyone and sort of understand myself.
It's because you've outgrown them.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is. Like people have the friends from school or growing up. You're like them people. That's why you're hanging about with them. That's why you get on. When you start to not get on with someone and you see similarities, it's because you're growing and moving on to the next step. And that's what a lot of people struggle with. They sort of tied because, you know, when you come out your close circle from birth, pretty much, when it's a lonely place, isn't it? You've got no one at one point, really, until you're ready to go into the
Singled
next
out.
circle. Because you're kind of in the middle at some stages where you're not really there yet to chill with them guys who you want to chill with because you're just working on yourself, but you 100% don't want to go to the shit
Past
still.
that
Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a limbo, and that's where people can get tied up with, I'll just go back into comfort now because I've not got no one. It's pretty lonely. Do you know what I mean? So it's just about really just keeping your head on and being
working.
a lone ranger.
Yeah, I
And
feel like
next
that was
thing-
the stage I was in.
Yeah.
100%, because I was just thinking like, I want to move on to this, but at the minute I'm still building myself.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go back to the negative I've had, which I used to do, because I used to move on from negative. And then I thought, wow, so been on my own for a bit now, like meeting new people, it's sort of uncomfortable. It don't feel like the same as I had this, because prior to that, like relationships, when you're doing stuff like that, spoken with the last years, 3-4 years, but unconsciously. And then when you're sort of upgrading, I was upgrading, going back, upgrading, going back, and I just thought, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, you're just going round in circles, messing about, and it was actually hurting me, like, mentally, because you just put yourself on the line for so many people and do so much, and you get fuck all back for it, mate. Do you know what I mean? So
the real ones are there when you're doing nothing, when you're completely sober. No drugs, no drink, no parties, no going to the shops, no distractions. That's a real person, because you're happy with someone doing nothing. That's when really that's a real person. If you need to do something with someone every time, it's like meeting a new girl. If you're meeting a new girl and you're having to take them out every single time, is it really real, or are you just going for the enjoyment? Are you enjoying them, or are you enjoying the experience with them? So you need to be, like, I put a post about this, but sitting watching a film with your missus, no spending big money, you know, just a film on Netflix, you know, maybe something to eat, do you know what I mean?
Can you
consent,
do it?
and it's,
Yeah,
you know,
consent,
it's pretty much free, do you know what I mean? And, you know, that's how you know it's proper, don't you?
Spending quality time with them.
Yeah,
man.
So, Barley, you're back here now, obviously. That's why you're in the podcast. So how come you left Bali?
So I had a crash. So I did 4 weeks in Bali, 4 weeks Phuket. Then we got back to Bali because I thought, go back there. Because I was planning on doing long term, like 4, 5, 6 months. I was thinking, right, I actually like it. Got to, I think the second week, I had 10 days left on the villa. I've ended up crashing now. I thought I'd end up paying a lot more than I did. We was looking at $5,000 for an operation on my foot. Ended up paying 500 quid, but they were like, oh, like, no, you need this, you need that, you need $5,000, blah, blah, blah. I was thinking, right, fucking hell, well, let's just sort of look into it, because they were passing me.
£5,000's like £1 million
I was
over
thinking,
there.
what's going on? So they were passing me sheets and that, saying, sign this, sign that. I was searching up the price equivalent to the pounds. I was thinking, what's going on here? You've not even told me what I'm paying for. Do you know what I mean? Because they think citizen, he doesn't have a fucking clue what we're giving him. Boomf. So I just was like, local anaesthesia. They had loads of options, which is obviously a different operation. It's less, you're not numb all the way down. It just costs them a lot more money. Had that. But yeah, long story short, the brake of a bike went into my foot, straight back out. And I had to have it sewn back up, but I'm just recovering now. It was like the third day with my shoe on.
Wow.
After 2.5 weeks.
So really that was the thing what caused, would you think that was a sign that you
come home?
needed? Because you think you were speaking about it to me coming home, weren't you, really?
Yeah.
And then that happened, and it's like,
I come straight
next
home.
week you're back in England.
Yeah.
So I think you subconsciously was manifesting it, weren't you, really, to get back home?
Yeah. I feel like I was so comfortable there, but I feel like I was not hiding away from things in England. I feel like there's stuff here that's unresolved.
Yeah.
Like just getting comfortable in public. Just I need to, because this is where I live, so I want to be comfortable. I want to be how I was abroad in this country, and just sort of be how I've never been, really, because for the past, from 14 to 18, I was never comfortable here. I was still in that fight or flight, but I know there's a way, whether I have to speak to someone or I have to do this. There's definitely a way. Do you know what I mean? I'm here now. So
that's it,
it's just building blocks, and I don't want to sit away from it, because then when you come back, it just slaps you in the face, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like you needed to go away to work on yourself.
Defo.
Obviously, you know, we're in contact all the time as well, which has helped massively, I think, but you're ready for it now, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? And I think, because my best mate, he's just went to Bali, and I went to Bali for, I think, about a month or something like that, or 2 weeks, can't remember now, but the time difference, what sort of negatives did you get with messaging clients and actually doing sales calls and stuff like that? Because that's a big one.
Yeah, well, that's it. So I was doing all my outreach. I think outreach, you'd always get delayed messages throughout the day. So it'd come to like 8 p.m. and then all the morning, like it'd be 12 for the UK. I think it's 7 hours in front. So I was waking, like looking to go to bed. Yeah. Really. And all your outreach people are coming back, oh yeah, I'll have a call in 4 hours. I'm thinking, wow. So 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But I'd stay up. Yeah. Because I was in that mindset. I was messaging you. I was thinking, oh yeah, I've got a call. You were like, what time is it? I said 1. And you were like, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking making sure I sign this up. But yeah, it was just that resilient mindset of, this is what you're doing. So you've come to here. Now it's like, time zone doesn't affect work, or it doesn't affect the way you're moving with things. Just stick at it, regardless if you have to wake up at 11 the next day. I sort of melted in the time zones together, you know, like waking up at 1, the UK time zone, I'd be speaking to my group chat. So it was all right, to be fair. But I feel like the good thing was for me, because my coaching picked up in Bali.
Oh,
like
right.
like it picked up completely. Like I think I went to Bali with 4 clients, got 30 now.
Wow.
Fully flipped the clients from people that went out every day to proper people, real people that want to change. So that was a big improvement for me. But what was really good was I was 7 hours in front. So before everyone was up, I was gym smashed, content smashed, steps smashed. And I could just breathe. And then I could, obviously the outreach and stuff was later on at night, but I'd smashed everything. I had no pressure. I was just fully focused on business and stuff like that afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think what we've learned from Bali is you can go over to Bali and be successful, but you can't sleep.
Yeah. No rest.
So I know you mentioned about outreach there. And this is, some people are for outreach, some people are not.
Yeah.
Do you feel like outreach is a good thing to do if you want to build your coaching brand?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like when you're starting out, when you're not Mr. 40K, 100,000 views on your posts, like when you're past, I don't know if there's a point where you're past outreach because I've not got there yet, but I'd like to get there with obviously how well social media is doing. But I feel like when you're starting out and stuff like that, outreach is 100% the main way you're going to get people to come to your brand.
Yeah.
Because if you're not connecting with people, and you don't know 100% that your content's connecting with people, then you're never going to pull anyone in. So I feel like you have to wait to a certain point to where people gradually connect with you, which is probably after 2, 3, 4 years of them actually watching your content, because it takes people a while to actually get to know you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So outreach 100% helped with growing my business, I feel like, alongside being authentic and actually being myself, because for so long I was just fucking... not scared, but like
wearing a mask.
Yeah. Which I feel that's natural, isn't it? For
it is.
Someone starting out on social media.
It's the fear of judgment. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like even I was watching that clip of me when I was on telly on the cabins.
Yeah.
And I watched it back and it quite
the recent one.
Yeah, it made me quite sad, to be honest with you, because I thought he was lost him. Obviously, I was 24. I was lost. I didn't know who he was. I used to always drink, if I was going into like even like this, I probably wouldn't drink if I was on this, but like say like uncomfortable situations where it's challenging. So like, going to places, all that sort. Then obviously you're too drunk, do you know what I mean? But that's what happened on the show. I was drinking more because I was nervous. There was 25 cameras watching me all day, every single day in the cabin. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. So it's intense and it's going to millions of people on ITV
You're thinking,
too.
I need to be 100% on it.
You need to be showing. You just don't want to embarrass yourself. But then obviously the drinking did embarrass me, in a different way. So I always used to do that, but it's only because I didn't know who I was. I was still learning about myself, and I was always had in the back of mind, wonder what they think, wonder what this think. Even though I was doing the things, because I always like to push myself, but I was always going into them things with wonder what everyone else thinks rather than thinking
about me.
I'm just going to act how I am. If everyone likes me, happy days. If no one likes me, it is what it is. I don't like people who don't like me anyway, because it's pointless, isn't it? You're not matched energy.
Not in a circle.
You don't need to take it to heart if someone don't like you, because all it means is your energies don't align. That's as simple as it goes. And people you do get on with, like us two, the energies connect, don't they?
Yeah.
But going back to outreach, it's one of them, like with outreach, you feel cringer at first, you feel beggy and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, I've saved people's lives from committing suicide down to outreach. So I'd never stop outreaching no matter what anyone says, because I've saved that many lives. Because you need to put yourself in someone's shoes who's depressed. Are they going to be messaging you, being open, bubbly, opening up the thoughts and that? They're not going to be in the shell. Like, I'll just mention one client, Wayne. He was drinking a bottle of vodka every single night. His missus died of cancer. He was with from 17. He had a daughter with her as well. So he's raising the daughter up on his own, but he don't want to live anymore. So he's drinking a bottle of vodka a night every single day, staying in his house. That message basically had transformed someone else's life who lost their missus. So he seen the post and it was a common connection. So he liked the post. He never messaged me.
Yeah.
If I never messaged him, he would have still been in the same spot. So
stuck.
When I messaged him, next thing, a year later, he doesn't drink anymore. He's £50 down. He's got a new missus. He's living the life of his dreams. And that was all by one cringy message. Do you know what I mean? So I would always do outreach. I'm never, ever going to stop, because my whole purpose is not to care what people think. It's to change lives. And as long as I'm changing lives with a certain, whatever it takes, I'm content and happy. Do you know what I mean?
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters,
Yeah.
So off the subject of outreach, we'll go on to, so you went to Bali, you had 4 clients.
Yeah.
we can speak about how sort of we got in contact on the journey so far, because obviously I know you're on the mentorship now. You're enjoying it. You're absolutely smashing it, buzzing that you are as well. So what's the journey been like so far in terms of the mentorship? Do you feel like it's worth getting a mentor?
Yeah. So opinions on obviously getting a mentor. I feel like in Bali, I was like, so I'm in the place now where I can move forward.
Yeah.
What is going to move me forward? Because naturally, like, I will sit there and be like, I don't have enough information here to move forward, because a lot of people will sit there and be like, nah, I can fucking do this. Yeah. But it's like a fat person saying they can get in shape when they don't have any knowledge. It's bollocks. You've got to change some way. And the best thing to do is get a coach. I feel like I've preached that loads as well, because the thing is, like, when I was back in 15, 16 years old, I'd always say, like, you're going to do this. But it's like, Gunu's not going to move you forward unless you reach out and get help. So the mentorship has moved me forward in thousands of ways for, like, in terms of knowledge, having someone to speak to, because like a bodybuilding coach, they're always there to speak to. That helps me massively. I feel like regardless if it's one-to-one, it's in person or it's online, you're still speaking and communicating, where you could just be boxing yourself in a room with no communication. So that helped me loads in terms of obviously client calls. Speaking to you, speaking to the people in the team. Yeah. Like, it just helps you actually communicate with other people too. Yeah. Which was a struggle for me. Like I say, like, social interaction. 2 years ago, mate, I would fucking getting on a call, like, never mind a podcast. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
you're
big
growing out as a person. It's
100%.
like you mentioned there about getting a coach. You know, you get a coach, you invest into a physique coach, you do what they say, you get the result.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, if anyone ever says, you know, having a business mentor is the best investment I've ever made in my full life. It's a big investment, but you get out what you put in. I remember when Phil, you know, last year, I was down to a low month for myself and I was blaming others. The mentorship shit don't work. I'm not getting any support. Yeah. What am I paying for? All that sort of rubbish. Yeah. And he turned around to me and said, what are you actually doing now? And I thought, I'm not doing anything. I'm just complaining. I'm not even coming on the calls. I'm not even watching the school. I'm not even doing anything. So it's always the people who don't put in who say it's a waste of money. Because the old saying is, and it's the same for a reason, you get out what you put in. Do you know what I mean? Facts. And when I did put in, you know, I received a lot. Do you know what I mean? The investment you earn times 20, 30, 40, whatever you want it to be. Do you know what I mean? And it's that knowledge, support and guidance on every single area, because you can get to a certain level on your own. You know, there's no denying that you can. Obviously, if you know you're really unsure about everything, getting it from the start, happy days. Do you know what I mean? But like, I wish I would have got a mentor from the very start, because I would have been miles ahead of where I am now. Yeah. I got it when I was about probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years in or something like that. Yeah. And it was just a turning point. You know, it really dramatic change. Yeah.
And business improved since you got one.
Dramatically. Yeah. There's no comparison. And I have been on them shoes where I'm thinking the mentorship didn't work with my mentor. Down. But it wasn't that the mentorship didn't work. It was because I wasn't working. It's because I thought my way's the best. You know, I wasn't listening to what I'm actually investing into. And really, it's a stupid thing to do, because if you're investing into a multimillionaire, they obviously know more than you about business. If someone's doing better than you, they know more than you. It's as simple as that. Yeah. The metrics is how much they're earning, their success. And obviously success isn't all money, but, you know, if you're going into something to grow your money or grow your business or grow your clients, if someone's doing better than you, it's common sense. They know more than you, don't they? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not a fluke. Yeah. So, and all the best people in the world, all sports athletes, all the best like mentors, they've all got mentors for a reason. It's everything in life's got a pattern. You know, whether it's spotting someone if they're, you know, an alcoholic. It's, you know, when you was on the weed, you would have had a pattern what you'd done in the week when you was getting the weed, certain people what you meet. There's always patterns to everything in life. Yeah. And there's a pattern to making money, and there's a pattern to growing your business, and there's a pattern to being successful. And when you know the pattern, even Tony Robbins says this, he says there's a pattern for everything. When you understand a pattern to get to that certain place, whether it's wealth, relationships, could be relationships. Yeah. Like you might have a pattern with your missus where you argue at a certain day of the time or about a certain, that's a pattern. Yeah. So when you solve the pattern, you get a level up, you know, and that's all it is. I had a pattern when I was stuck on, you know, a certain revenue a month for 2 or 3 years. I had a pattern what I was doing to keep me stuck there. When I removed the pattern, boom, times by 4, do you know what I mean? So the proof's in the pudding. It's not, there's no magic. It's just because you need to overcome them barriers, basically.
Yeah, and everyone's got them.
Every single person's got them, and when you reach a new level, there's always a new devil as well.
Yeah.
So when
that's
you think,
major thing that hits me every time you say it.
Yeah. So that's what my mentor taught me.
I feel it though. You know, it's mad because you can level up in anything, but you always feel like there's something, you know what I mean, that hits you. Like you just said, new level, new devil, but sometimes you don't recognize it until you're a bit in, which I feel like it's natural because in life you upgrade, but only if you recognize what's going wrong, because that's like anyone. Like I didn't recognize I was going wrong until someone just slaps you in the face and it's like fucking hell. Like
that's it, and you don't know what's going wrong because you've not got the knowledge. Your knowledge and your education keeps you where you are.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why obviously having someone who knows more than you is good, because you can listen to their knowledge.
Yeah.
They can only give you one piece of advice. Like I upgraded with my mentor. I flown over to him, you know, he gave me a couple of pieces of advice. It's changed the game dramatically over a couple of things what I thought. I was actually putting off some things because you get the fear, don't you? Fear of failure and all that. Is this going to work? Yeah. But then when someone's that certain, do this. Yeah, no worries, sir.
Yeah, sweet.
Do you know what I mean? And then you get the result. But yeah, I was just thinking like on about your journey again. So just give us a rundown of before you started the mentorship, how many clients was you on? How many calls was you booking per month? How much money was you making?
Right, so that's mad that. Calls booked. So I'll get into this because it's funny because before the mentorship, I was too anxious to book a call. So I'd send copy and paste texts of it's mad, isn't it? Like, so I didn't want to book a call, so I'd just send copy and paste messages saying, yeah, this is what I offer, workout plan, tailored nutrition. And looking back now, how stupid it is, because like I'd read it and I'd think, what was I actually sending to these people? I bet they thought, what the fuck's this? Like copy and paste. But yeah, before mentorship, 4 clients, got 30 now. Swiftly moving forward to 100%. I've got a goal board 35. I think by the end of this month, 100% is doable, easy. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I feel like moving forward with the mentorship has 100% improved everything. Now, money, like I've said multiple times, it's not really what I've been looking at, like investing into it, because it's more about what I'm gaining. That's the only thing I take notice at, and it's gaining communication skills. Like even if it's vocabulary based, like these things take you so far in life where I didn't have any of it. Human skills and upgrading. Do you know, because I'm still young. Well. Yeah, exactly. So personality traits and actually understanding and realizing who I am, because growing up 18, still got loads to grow, but growing early has really helped me, because I feel like I'm actually, people are like, I went for a drink the other week. Obviously you say this sets your vibration low, it does mine. I recover after a week. I still feel in that low state, but people in like, while I was having a drink was like, you've made it. I was like thinking, what? I've made it. What are you going on about? Like,
but you have made it to what you was.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, I still am quite harsh, you know, because I feel like I could have done, I wasted years.
Mate, when people say you're doing well for yourself, I think I'm not even close to where I want to be,
that's
mate.
What
Like,
I was
I'm just tipping the surface, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like, it was mad because they were saying it, I was thinking, what are you on about? But then like, it took me a second to actually realise what I've done. It's sort of not the impossible, but no one that I know coming from what we've done has done anything like that or decided to make a change because of how unnatural it is. But I feel like something just had to change. But getting the mentorship, getting like-minded people around me, which I feel like people that aren't from your area too, like you're from Manchester, which is not far from Preston, but just getting out of that, because no one ever supports you from where you're from.
Yeah.
Ever. That's one thing I've noticed. Like they'll say, well done, this and that, and then you're not getting a penny off these people.
It's because basically, like, you're in the circle together.
Yeah.
When they see the growth, that makes them feel uncomfortable. So they can react 2 ways. They can react with negative comments or just not even liking any stuff, which is a very common one.
It's mad, isn't it?
Or they can actually support you and push you forward, or they might try and sabotage you in some way.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get them sort of people. They're called energy vampires. Yeah. You get them everywhere.
Yeah.
Just have to run away from them and move on. So going back to that, so just answer these 3 questions.
Yeah, go on.
Obviously, you had 4 clients. You've already answered that. So you had 4 clients. How much was you earning per month on average?
Per month, at the start, say I've been doing it 6 months, I'd probably say about £500 a month.
£500 a month. Yeah. So you've done 4 clients, £500 a month.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Consistently. So I'd say from October to December, £500 a month. Max, sometimes £200 a month.
And what, wow.
Mad, innit?
And what was your key struggles? Like, why do you feel like you were stuck there?
I feel like undercharging was massively one of them for my knowledge, but then my self-limited belief, it's like, what I said at the start, you're too young to price yourself at this. Whereas you're not, you're just looking at all the negatives. You never look, this is what I was saying, I put in the video in the chat the other day. You always look at the negatives about yourself, but the positives, you'll think, oh yeah, I've got that, but you'll just fuck it off. You won't ever exaggerate them to yourself because it's yourself. Yeah. And naturally, humans look at the negatives before they do the positives. So that's one thing I've learned. But yeah, so
going on to now, what's been your biggest moment since joining the mentorship? How many clients have you got? And what's the most fulfilling thing about your journey so far?
So 30 clients currently, 35 by the end of the month.
Yeah.
Biggest month's been 4.5K,
Sick.
which is mega.
Yeah, that's mega.
Mega, bro. And then the fulfillment so far is just having the community around, the daily help, mega. The one-to-one communication's mega. It's like being in person. Like I knew you before I actually met you. Do you know what I mean? Which is good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's true that.
And yeah, it's helped in every aspect. The knowledge and education behind it, it's tenfolded. Like even if the calls weren't there, the knowledge that's sent over by yourself helps fucking thousands. Because there's stuff how to be a coach too. It's not just how to scale your business. It's how to be a proper coach. Which being young as well, not got all the knowledge in the world. So extra knowledge helps.
That's it. You've got the school, ain't you, to help you. So in terms of, obviously we won't talk figures, but in terms of the initial investment into the mentorship, have you earned it back with under 3 months?
Doubled it.
That's what I mean.
Tripled it. 4 times it. 4 times the initial investment, monthly.
Yeah.
Which is mega, mate. Mega.
So is there any sort of key things what you would say to someone thinking about investing in the mentorship,
Yeah, I'd say don't look at the price. Obviously, that's not scaring anyone away from the price, is it? But I'd say look at what he's offering you. Look at what Clint's offering you, because you'll always look at what you're giving away first and what you're actually reaping. And buying into someone online, it's risky, but if you're not moving forward, there's nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose anyway, besides money, which comes back regardless. If you believe in that, 100% do it. Get off the fence and just get on the team, because the team's growing daily. And it's only going to get bigger, and we're just going to keep making more results. So
that's
get involved in it.
We've got an event as well.
Coming soon.
20th of June. Yeah. So that's going to be good. So that's going to be in person.
Get there for it.
How to scale to 10K as fast as possible.
Mint.
That's going to be the subject anyway. So we're going to have some knowledge bombs on that day. So what's sort of next for you then? Obviously, you've had a massive success at 18 years old, only young, like you say. And the success has really been in a short space of time, like the last 6 to 12 months. What's actually next for you? Like, where do you see yourself in sort of by the end of the year, for example?
End of the year, I've set a goal minimum 50 clients, 100%. And that's not like leaving, joining. That's stabilized number, 100%. Because I want to, obviously I've still not passed my driving test, so I'm going to get that box too. I'm going to start meeting clients. I've already meeting clients, taxis, buses. I'm still there meeting clients, getting it smashed off. So that's a goal, 100%. 50 clients end of the year. In terms of revenue and stuff like that, I've not got a set goal, which I probably should. But I feel like a lot more confident. Sounds weird, but getting used to the UK again, getting used to natural conversations, just doing stuff like this, stepping out my comfort zone, because every time I do, that's where I grow.
100%.
Like, it's weird. It's mad to explain, because it's like, I wouldn't have jumped on podcasts ages ago. I wouldn't have jumped in calls ages ago. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done that. And it's like, I always look at the negative still. So another thing would be practice mindfulness and being kind to myself as well. That's another goal for this year, because I'm the most self-critical person I've ever met. And I don't know why. I ask myself sometimes, you're so nice to other people, but you're fucking horrible to yourself, innit?
It's because basically, because you're that driven, you're always going out your comfort zone. When anyone goes out the comfort zone's where you actually want to be. Like, that's where your actual mind wants you to always be, because it's safe. It's in a safe environment. When you come out the comfort zone and do anything different, like a podcast, a photo shoot, pushing yourself, going a different place on holiday, you'll get limiting beliefs behind it, because your mind wants to take your body back to where it was, because it's safe. So it'll come up with loads of lies basically to you. You can't do it. You're not good enough. You shouldn't be on a podcast. You shouldn't be doing a photo shoot. You're not in shape to do a bodybuilding comp. You'll have all these lies, but that's to keep you in the same position, because your basically body knows it's a safe zone. So that's really where the mindset stuff comes in, and the mindset work, because knowing that education and knowledge, that's why education and knowledge is massive, within the team. But knowing that, it helps you and reassures you, because that's all you need, reassurance on your worst days, an actual action step. So when knowing that, you push past it, And then you start to become the best version of yourself. And then the art really is about making your new version that comfort blanket.
Yeah.
And then when it is, then it's time to move on to the next stage.
The next upgrade.
So that's why I was saying.
That's the maddest thing, though.
Yeah.
That it's about making the new one your comfort blanket.
Yeah.
But it feels so unnatural because you're not stuck where you was, but it's like the dirt's moving to where you want to be, but it's slow. It's slow wins, isn't it? Because you're naturally upgrading. Coming from, I'm not saying I was the worst. There's loads of people worse than me, but at that age, like when your whole, because that's where you sort of build. That's when you start to understand yourself. You know, from 15, 17.
100%.
You know what I mean? So when it's sort of like clashed with loads of shit that shouldn't have ever been there, it's like it plays a toll on you because you're always looking back. You're always looking at what you've done or what you think's wrong, and it's like focus on the now. Yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to do. That's another goal for the end of the year. Just living in the present, not looking too far ahead and not looking far behind in it. It's
one of them, like most your limiting beliefs are stem from birth. You know, your childhood, you know, your teenage years, your school and all that sort of stuff.
Experiences.
And it's really dwelling on a past which will either send you backwards or really move you forward if the past is positive or you dwell on something. Because everything's the past. Even this is now speaking. It's going to be the past.
Yeah.
So
that's
really,
mad that you just weirded me out saying that.
Yeah, everything's the past. So really, it is good to be present in the current situation. Like we're present now, we're enjoying it. But it's most important to focus on the future because you can focus on gratitude, positive things, and that uplifts your vibration. Say if you're dwelling on the past and looking at the past and you had something negative, it's going to bring your vibration down. So you're not really going to have a good day. Obviously, if you got like, you know, loads of clients yesterday, loads of sales, you had a good gym session, you had a good date with your missus, whatever brings you joy, if you're dwelling on that, then that's real good. Yeah, so it's what you actually look at is really going to give you the outcome what you want. Yeah. But it's very easy to get sucked into thinking about negative thoughts because they're cropping up every single moment of the day. And it's what you choose really dictates the outcome of actually where it's going to go. Yeah. And that's why obviously always remind yourself of the good things coming. And actually planning new things as well. Like, you know, have you got any holidays or anything planned this year? And obviously you've got like targets and stuff for your business and, you know, everything like that. And you've just come back from Bali. So I don't think you fancy going back there to get your leg chopped off again.
Yeah.
But
next leg this time.
Have you got any sort of like key places where you would like to go this year?
You know what's mad? Bali. It's mad you said that because it's like, it really pissed me off, but I feel like coming out of there in them last couple of weeks, I was like, that's probably, it's not why I crashed or why it happened, but it probably had some, I was going too quick, I was caffeinated. You know what I mean? There was a few, I was in a negative mindset a bit. Yeah. But, a lot. Just fucking speeding. But I loved it. I feel like now I'm back, like, few connections. I've got, like, I'm rebuilding a few connections. Like, if people are improving, I'm improving with you.
You met Rob, didn't you, over there?
Rob Filler. Yeah, he's a sick guy. That was Thailand, that.
Oh, was it? Yeah, he lives in Thailand.
He was just giving me some words of wisdom and it was class.
Oh, yeah, he's
top
good.
Man. But yeah, he's top. But yeah, Bali, potentially end of the year, mainly for what I've done, business thing. I'm not too sure long term. Like I said, while I was over there, I could live there. I feel like it just slowed my whole fight or flight down, which is natural because you're 18 hours away. People say you fly away, it's not going to change, it's not going to... But where it depends what you're going for. Do you know what I mean? To fully tone down and not be paranoid and stuff like that, it really does it for you. Like I got emotional, bro. Like I got there, mate, and as soon as I felt the feeling of not being sort of anxious or scared if anyone's going to... Mate, it was the first time I felt like it in a year, and I just... I proper felt it through my whole body, and it made me mad in it.
What made you go to Bali out of everywhere in the world?
I don't know,
Just curious about that.
I asked Ryan, so my bodybuilding coach, I asked Ryan and he was like, he lives there 6, used to live there because he's got a missus and stuff like that, and travelling's long, innit, to Bali, but he was like, he used to do 6 months out of the 12 over there. And I was like, why? Like, trying to proper understand why he would do that, and he was just like, it's the best place to lock in for fitness, to sort of, as an upcoming coach, everyone... especially at my age, was like everyone's miles ahead of you. So the inspiration you'll get from it, if you're not one of them people that look at people and you think, oh, I just got miles of inspiration. But that's what he said. Yeah. And it's what I reaped, like inspiration. I felt comfortable recording around people because everyone's doing it. No one's judgmental.
So you took the advice and obviously it paid off, didn't it?
Literally, yeah. There was no sort of game plan going there. I just went and everything flowed. Like,
it's cheap as well.
Yeah, really cheap.
Really cheap.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it's getting a bit more expensive.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Because it's tourist ridden. Like everyone's seen it all over, and they're like, yeah, let's go here. Like, mate, you should see the roads. You've probably seen them, haven't you, when you went?
I've been. To be honest, I didn't think it was that great.
Bali, did you not?
Nah, not at all. No, I stayed in Kuta, which is a shithole, of course, but
near the airport.
I was in Canggu all the time. You know, every day. I drove there on the moped every day to Canggu, to the gym and all that. I think it was Body Factory Bala. I think it was that one. Yeah. So I was there every single day, but it was like a holiday really, rather than let's lock in. I did go with full intentions to lock in because I went. Was it last year at the start of the year? It was. So at the start of the year, I announced that I'm going to be sober. I'm not drinking anymore. Then obviously 2 months in, went to Bala, in the airport with Dino, just me and Dino. Obviously, wasn't really a good idea.
Did just 2 of you go?
Yeah, me and Dino. So it wasn't really a good idea because me and him, we figured we were like two peas in a pod. You know what I mean? It was straight to fins. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was class. Yeah. So basically, it was just a drinking holiday, but I had that resistance where I think, because really over the last sort of 3 years of having drinking and partying, it's never really been planned. It's always been a regret, you know, and that's how I knew it was like time really. But I always left the door open on holidays because I thought you can't beat the feeling in a beach club, looking ripped, in the sun, having some drinks. Like that's like my happy place. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But leaving that door open in my mind for the alcohol, what it done was, say if I went on holiday and drank, when I come back, say someone, oh, you were coming pub. I think, well, I drank last week, so I might as well.
Yeah.
So then you've opened the door back home. So then it was just that repetitive thing. You know, I did wheel it down over the years, but I was doing stupid stuff. I was doing things I regret. You know, I was going around in circles. Yeah. Business was going down and up, inconsistent. My training was. My relationship was in the drain because of it.
Yeah.
Just wasn't. I've obviously got banned from driving. You know, all sorts. You know, all sorts of shit things, and I can speak openly about it now because I'm past that stage. You know, I'm 6 months sober. I've not touched a drop. Do you know what I mean? Sick. And I'm gonna be doing like, you know, easily the full year, 2 years, 3 years, like, because it was just my time. You know, I'm not asked if I go away on. I've been away on holiday, not drunk. Yeah. No, I'm not really bothered.
You can do it. That's
because it's into. Like you have that resistance because, you know, I couldn't really, because I've done the seasons in IB for, you know, drinking every single day and all that sort of stuff, having good times. You know, I started drinking when I was about 15. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously you're drinking.
You feel like it's natural, isn't it? I feel like that's a similarity I have. Like what you've just said there is exactly what I do. So like you say, it puts you in a negative vibration. Like you feel like you've restarted everything. You feel like your business is going to go to shit. You feel like everything's coming in on you, don't you?
Well, it does.
Yeah, exactly.
It does go to shit.
And what you say about the momentum too. Like if I went out, not now because I know to get the fuck back out of it, but back then, if I went out, I thought, oh well, I went out last week, so it's like, do you know what I mean? Another not gonna work. But it's natural. It feels natural until it's like, I've been on the piss for fucking 10 weeks now. Like, what's going on? My birds, like, my missus is like, what's going on here? Like, but you don't realise it. It's like until everyone starts going on at you, you don't actually realise it because you just think, oh, I used to look at my age, I thought, oh, I'm only 18.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you're only 18.
Imagine how further ahead you can be, do you know what I mean? Exactly. Like, you can grind now and you can relax later, can't you, really? But I always had it in my mind, like, you know, I can't just drink one. You know, or go on a bender instead.
8 a.m.
It's not that I can't. It's just that I don't want to drink one. I'd rather get pissed or just not at all. Yeah. You know, that's really what I've learned over this last sort of couple months. It's not that I can't. You can do anything you want, but it's just that I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't see the point in poisoning my body to just have a drink with a meal and all. Obviously, some people do. That's up to them. But me personally, I'd rather just be fully clean or, you know, have a good drink. Do you know what I mean? If you are doing the drink. So, yeah, it's one of the best decisions I've made. You know, easily the best decision because business is better than ever, relationships better than ever. I'm clear and focused every single day. Yeah. I'm never feeling ill. You know, nothing's sliding. You're thinking of different ideas and thoughts. You can, if you stop drinking and lock in 1 year, you could make 10 years progress very easily. Do you know what I mean? And I know
compared
the point.
To the average person that goes out and drinks and stuff like that.
Well, just anyone, say if you was a drinker, for example, if you just, right, I'm going to stop the drink. I'm going to give myself a year. Like I've seen people transform their life in 6 months through not drinking. Yeah, it's mad. You know, I've done it to myself. Do you know what I mean? And the point where I am in business, you can't be drinking. Do you know what I mean? At this point, to get to that next level where I want to go to, the drink's not even in the equation. So, you know,
it's just level down and
you just can't do it. You're just not going to get to the next level.
Yeah.
So that had to go. So it got the boot. I know you don't really drink too often, anyway, do you?
I used to. Like the thing is, I think the first time you heard of me was when I was obviously training with arms, weren't it? But in terms of drinking and stuff like that, like majorly back then, because I used to be like to him, I said, oh no, I've not drank this week. And he'd be like, so why the fuck's your body holding so much water then? I'd be like, oh right, nah, I'm just, do you know, trying to beat around the bush.
Yeah.
But back then I'd be, because I was still smoking weed. I had this thing where I had this paranoia and stuff like that, but I was still smoking because I thought, oh no, it's not going to happen this time. But it was like I was that addicted. I'd just tell myself, oh no, it's not going to happen this time. It happened. I'd be sat there at the sink just drinking loads of water, sat on the chair, thinking my dog was going to kill me. Every time I looked in my eyes, I thought it was going to kill me. And then this is the one time I switched. So I went out. This weren't so long ago, 6 months ago, just before I started coaching and stuff like that. I went out. Don't know what I did. It was at a rave. Fucking not sure what I took. Pissed. Came back to my mate's house. Had a spliff. But this was, when you've got psychosis, it doesn't just go. You can't go back to it and like it's normal, but it's still there. Had a spliff, but I was on loads of other shit.
What shit we talking?
Pissed. I'm not even sure what was in the drinks in it.
Pink.
But yeah, fuck knows. But yeah, I'm not sure what I was actually. I couldn't actually tell you. I don't think I could not tell you what I was on. I was that mangled. So I woke up in the medical room. Woke up on gas and air and stuff like that. There was other people. I thought I was in police or like, you know, like a thingy. I thought, what's going on here? Because you woke up, there's police and there's in a medical room, and I was still in the rave, but in the medical room. So I passed out. But yeah, my mate took me home to his. We had a spliff because I thought, oh, it's going to chill me out. I'll get to bed. Did the opposite. Heart was racing. Wow. I was trying to eat Weetabix because I was dribbling it out. I thought it was going to kill me. So he took me upstairs. I was like, nah, I need to tell your mum, like, something's going on here. Like, yeah. Started taking me downstairs. And it was like a path, but it was like I was looking at death. Which is, it's they call it, what do they call it when it's like a...
The afterlife.
Fuck no, it was like a spiritual awakening thing. But obviously a drug.
Yeah, so basically there's a drug what you release when you're born and die called DMT.
Do you reckon that was what I could have been on?
It releases when you're going to die, and it releases when you're born as well, DMT. So, you know, you see things and everything. Yeah,
it was mad. And he was just like, go to sleep. But it lasted about 5 hours and my heart was pounding. But I was just praying to God. That's the only... I've always been a big believer in faith. Yeah. Not too sure. This sounds like how big I am on it. Want to be big on it because I just always think it's like anything, you've got to read it to be on it, but I'm always like, oh, it's not, you've got half and half, it's hard, you're either in it, you're not. But that's the only time I could rely on God, because I genuinely thought I was going to die that night. Like, my heart would not stop racing. I thought, like, I couldn't cry. I was just, you know what I mean? I thought, right, I've done this to myself. So I just closed my eyes, heart was racing, and then I woke up in the morning with the biggest amount of relief. I thought, wow, like,
I'm alive.
I'm alive. Yeah, serious. I was thinking,
I'll do it all over again.
Yeah, no, I've never done it since. Never done it since. I'm
I wouldn't.
180
Doesn't sound good.
days sober, off any drugs and stuff like that, which is mega for me. Like, from 14 to 18, I couldn't go out and have a drink if I weren't doing the rest.
Really? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was like, sounds mad because at 18 it's like, what are you on about?
It's like you started life before, and then obviously it's matured you quicker though. So it's nice positive. Some people they'll start later on, and then
stuck in it.
30s, even 40s, they're still going out every single weekend and smashing drugs, and it's like, are you really content? Or because I think, to be honest, I think most people who drink every single weekend, they run unhappy because their life's not where it needs to be. 100%. First, it'll start as a bit of, when you're younger, you have the experience and you go out and stuff. But when you're still drinking like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s continuous every single week, or even having them in the week, I think there's something mentally, unstable there. Do you know what I mean? Like, in terms, you're just not happy. Do you know what I mean? Because you're using a drug to mask something all the time, and people might say, watch this and think, no, I just like a drink. Like, try not having a drink and see how you feel about yourself. Yeah. And then you'll know what you like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going back on.
Or going and speaking to someone. Someone will be able to point out what's going on with you, but you'll still mask it and be like, okay, then, and not believe them. But if someone else can see it and you can't, it's something wrong with your side, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah, you've told me a lot of interesting stuff today. We'll end it with a bit of business chat with real as well, because business isn't all highs. Yeah. Often when I put your results online, people might say it's bullshit, it's lies, blah, 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 blah. But just be real and tell your story, because last month was shocking, wasn't it, for you?
Yeah.
Last month was 2K, wasn't it?
Yes. So first month was 4.5K. Biggest month, obviously. First month you're on the mentorship, you think, yeah, I'm smashing this month. You want to set high standards, innit? You want to, like,
yeah, of course, yeah.
Especially at my age, because I didn't think it was possible. Smash 4.5K, I thought, fucking hell, right, 10K next month.
Yeah.
I had the ball up and everything. I thought, yeah, I'm going to do this. Still kept the same energy because that's what you need to do regardless. 2K. But the biggest thing going into this third month, what I told myself was, okay, we got 2K last month, but we did 4.5K, so we know 4.5K is possible.
Yeah.
Let's go and do better than that. First 3 days into the month, 2.5K. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
It like can change so quick.
And on reflecting on your middle month, you did do a lot of travelling. There was a lot of distraction.
Yeah.
And also you had a couple of injuries and that, and illnesses as well, because you had the stomach thing, and then obviously you had the crash as well. So I think going into that month, I reckon one negative thing really spiraled, and then other negatives was happening maybe, and you was carrying it, which you didn't know.
Through the month.
And then now going into this, it's like fresh start. I'm back in England. I'm ready to go all in. Yeah. It's something new, because environment's everything. Obviously, it can work against you or work for you.
100%.
You know, even Bali, after a bit, you think it's working against me, this, because the times are annoying me. You know, the people are the same every single day.
It's good for a set amount of time.
It is. It's like, even I went to JD gyms in Bury. Initially joined there after I was at Flex and Tone first, which is sick gym. Always been there since birth. Thought I fancy a change because it was like cold and stuff like that. So I thought, sound like a bit weak-minded there.
I get you. It feels
I wanted like the full package. I didn't want to be like training, having to go home because there's no showers at the gym, and then obviously doing all the day again because it takes too long. 'Cause I'm busy. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather just smash everything out at once. So when I went to JD, not a great gym, you know, but it had the sauna, it had the ice shower.
Yeah.
So that was a nice start to the morning. Done that for a month or two. Now I'm at King's Gym, mega gym.
Sick.
It's got a shower, not got a cold shower, not got a sauna, which I'm gutting about, but it's got the gym, do you know what I mean? Training, obviously, you go to the gym for the training side 'cause it's most important, but the environment, like now I've changed, I feel like my training is going better, so it's good. You know,
switching from JD to Kings.
Yeah. And then obviously even switching from, well, to be honest, my training was better at Flex, but then I was feeling sort of more content in myself at JD because I was feeling fresh.
Yeah.
But the training wasn't going as good because obviously the gym's not as good. So
would you say that was in terms of machines or the people?
Yeah, just too rammed machines, overcrowded. People don't know what they're doing there. It's like a beginner's gym, innit, really? You know, there's obviously experienced people there, but a lot of beginners go to the pure gyms, go to the JD gyms. It's nice and cheap and cheerful. You're not going to be judged and all that, which is fine. Obviously, I do understand why they go there. But then an experienced trainer, it's a living nightmare, isn't it, really? Because
you feel it.
You know, there's 6 people on a pet deck. There's only one pet deck in the gym. You say how many sets someone's got. I've got 10 sets. Like, you don't know what you're doing if you're doing 10 sets. What you're playing at. So it does get obviously a bit repetitive, but I know everyone's on their own journey because I've been there. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not there to judge or, you know, cause arguments in the gym. You just crack on and you have to get yourself out of the environment, and it's much better in Kings, 100%. But all right, so we'll wrap it up because it's been bloody good. But yeah, it's been good to speak to you forever, all day anyway. But yeah, keep smashing it, and that's pretty much it. Nice one for coming on the podcast.